back to my kitchen. Today we're making chocolate chip cookies with walnuts. These aren't just any old chocolate chip cookies either. They are loaded with chocolate. We're going to use a semi-sweet chocolate chip as well as a dark chocolate chip. So let's go ahead and let's get baking. I have a medium-sized bowl that I have my sifter over. We're going to add in 3 cups of flour. Sift that. My rubber spatula. Now that the flour is all sifted, we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of baking powder as well as baking soda. And then we're going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now that these are all sifted together, we're just going to set this aside. Today I'm going to use my stand mixer with a paddle attachment. You can use a large bowl and a hand mixer if you want, or you can mix it by hand. So into the stand mixer bowl, I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of butter and a 1/2 cup of Crisco. I'm going to mix this up just a little bit. I want to get that butter and Crisco nice and combined before I add my sugars in. Then I'm going to take a rubber spatula and just scrape down the sides of my mixing bowl. Now that the Crisco and butter are all combined, I'm going to add in 1 cup of granulated sugar and 1 cup of packed brown sugar. Mix these 4 ingredients together until they're light and fluffy. Every once in a while, go ahead and stop the mixer and scrape the sides of the mixing bowl down. All right, now that those are all combined, I'm going to add in my room temperature eggs. I'm going to add 1 in at a time. Okay, so the eggs are all mixed in and I need to add in my vanilla extract. So I'm going to mix that up a little bit. The wet ingredients are mixed together, so we're going to add in our dry ingredients. I like to add in just a little bit of my dry ingredients at a time. That way I don't get a flour bath and I know all of my dry ingredients get mixed into my wet ingredients without over mixing my batter. And I always start my stand mixer on low when I'm mixing flour because that's another way to get a flour bath. The dough ingredients are all combined. I'm going to remove my bowl from my stand mixer because I'm going to use my rubber spatula here to fold in the chocolate chips and the walnuts. I'm going to scrape down my paddle first and then mix everything up in the bowl a little bit just to make sure that everything on the bottom of the bowl and sides of the bowl are combined. I have all the ingredients off the sides of the mixing bowl, so now I'm going to add in my walnuts first. And I have 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. If you want more, go ahead and add more. I won't judge. Now we're going to add in the dark chocolate chips. Today I'm using Hershey's special dark chocolate chips. I have used Nestle's dark chocolate chips. Those morsels are a lot larger than these ones. Use whatever ones you want. You could even use dark chocolate candy if you would like. So I'm going to dump the whole bag of these into the cookie dough. And then I'm just going to fold these until they're all combined. All the chocolate chips and walnuts are mixed into the cookie dough. Now I'm going to take my large cookie scoop and scoop out the cookie dough onto my prepared baking sheet pan. I have a silicone liner on my cookie sheet pan. You can use parchment paper or spray it with cooking spray. You can take the back of your cookie scoop and push that cookie dough down a little bit just to give it a little flatness to the top of the cookie, or you can leave them mounted up. The cookies are going to go into a preheated 375-degree oven for 12 to 13 minutes until they're nice and golden brown. It took my oven 13 minutes to bake up these chocolate chip with walnut cookies. Once they were fully baked, I removed them from the oven and placed them on top of the stove and allowed them to continue baking on the cookie sheet for another 5 minutes. Now I'm going to transfer them over to a wire cookie rack. These cookies bake up soft in the inside with a little bit of crispiness on the outside. Every time I make these cookies, I get rave reviews. Here's to a delicious chocolate chip cookie with walnuts. Mmm.